Hi everyone.
Hello,
We've got a bit of a different class this week because I couldn't get into the centre and I haven't got quite enough room at home to lead the class. So I thought what we'd do is as last week was so popular, Kidney One, I thought we'd review it, we'll play it again, and I can join in the class. Dinah will be on the chat as usual. And Liz is very happy to be back after a singing week in Devon. There we go. Hi, Liz. So yeah, I'm going to be joining the class with you. I'm going to run the video and I'll run the polls as well so we can all join in for this session. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. We're going to review Kidney One again. It is one of the most important points in the body. So it was a kind of chilled class, I remember. Dinah will be on the chat.
You can't go wrong with Kidney
One. You can't go wrong with Kidney One. Okay. Yeah, so this is me at home. I'm going to just take us both off the stage and we'll run the video. The video starts a couple of minutes in. And you'll see me introducing Kidney One, and then we can go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to get Dinah off the stage to start with.
Yeah,
get myself off the stage, and I'll run the video. Okay, thanks ever so much for turning up for the session. And I'll next week I've got Kat covering the session, and then I'll be back the week after. Okay, have a great week and everything. Hi to everyone who's joining us. So here we go. First point of the kidney meridian, and you remember last week James said, I need Kidney One now. it's our favorite. So Kidney One is the point of the week this week. Okay, it's the most yin point in the body because it's right at the bottom. It's called gushing spring or bubbling spring. It descends yang from the head, so it's really important in modern life where we're spending a lot of time looking at things, deciding, making decisions, things like that. Really important to bring the energy down into the earth. I've got a brand new poll question for you based on the scan that we're going to do today. And we're going to make a real emphasis here on making the most of how Kidney One can totally change the energy in our whole body. Okay, so really looking forward to that. It'll be really good fun today. So what we'll do is we'll start off with the whole body scan, and then I'm going to ask you one specific question about how your energy is, a specific question that's related to Kidney One. And then what we can do is through the session, we can build on that and slowly increase our yin so that we can be really calm and grounded. So let's go. First of all, we're going to start off with the scan. So here we go. I'm going to do it standing up. I've got my clipboard ready to do my drawing. I hope you have too. We're going to just, first of all, just stand and relax. We're going to scan down through the top of our head, so it's really important just once a week just to stop what we're doing, turn our attention inwards, really get a sense of how we can sense our body, how we can feel inside our body. So we're going to go down, just tuning into our whole skull. Then down through our eyes, sinuses, and then down through the ears, the jaw, the nose. Okay, now we're going to check out our throat, see how our throat is there, how our neck feels. Okay, and then we're going to go down into the shoulders and the arms. Checking out the joints in the arms. And then we're going down through the upper burner, through the top of the body here, checking out how our heart feels, how our lungs feel, how our upper thoracic feels. Remember the last month we did a lot of work on our spine. So just checking out the spine. And then middle burner, the diaphragm area, and the lower thoracic, mid and lower thoracic. And then we're going down into the abdominal area. We're checking out how feeling of the whole abdominal area, the lower back, and then down into the pelvis. Just feel how that is, how the pelvis feels. Hips. Okay, tuning into the hips and the sacrum, and then down through the legs into the knees, the ankles and the feet. So just take your time, explore kind of the inner landscape of your body. Just notice if there's any areas that feel like they're blocked or they feel a little bit weak. And then as we go through the exercises, you can kind of adapt the exercises to your own internal landscape, your internal energy. Okay, great. So now just close our eyes for a second and just reflect on those experiences that we've had. Okay, turn them into an image. We're going to draw that in a moment. But before we do that, I want you to just tune into your energy and just figure out or experience or reflect upon how you feel, how much you feel connected to the earth. So generally speaking, as you're standing here now, do you feel really connected to the earth? Kind of a bit connected, or kind of in the middle, or not connected, or very not connected? And whereabouts are you in that continuum of being very grounded and connected to the earth, a little bit connected, kind of in the middle, and then not connected? Okay, and just score yourself on those 5 things, and I'm going to run a poll once we've done the drawing, and we'll find out where we are, and then we can use kidney 1 to just nourish that connection all the way through the session. So I'm going to do my picture now. You can just spend a moment to do that, just so you've got a picture of your... Okay, very good. So hopefully you'll have a drawing now, kind of an idea of how you're feeling, your inner landscape, which is me today. Definitely need the Wednesday class as always. Really looking forward to that. Let's run that poll. I'm going to run that poll and see exactly how we are as a group. How are we connected to the earth? I'm going to share it now. And here we go. How connected are you to the earth? Very connected, a bit connected, neutral, not connected, or really not connected, exclamation mark. And we'll just see what the profile is when we've all voted. So here we go. Okay, now look at this. We've got a lot of room for improvement. We've got, well done, we've got nearly, well, 15% of the group feel very connected, so that's good. We can build on that. But the rest of the 85%, a bit neutral, and we've got a quarter voting for not connected and 1 person not connected at all. So there's plenty of provision there. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to really explore kidney 1 and really explore how nurturing our yin can help us release all different parts of the body. And I'll just show you how we can do that and explore that with you in the next hour. So here we go. Bass is on the chat. If you've got any questions, please just post them on the chat and we'll start straight away. Okay, so what we're going to do is the last month we put a lot of emphasis on working the spine, which is terrific. That's the yang channel, the bladder channel down the back. So we're going to switch the emphasis a little bit more towards the yin now. So what we're going to do is we're going to nurture the yin progressively up the body, and we'll see if we can basically clear our whole energy field out from the bottom up, starting with kidney 1, by rooting ourselves more into the earth and feeling the qualities of the earth. So the qualities of the earth are, it tends to be slower than the yang. The sky, the clouds move around, the wind blows. The earth is more generally slower, it moves slower, the earth moves slower, it tends to be more solid, and it tends to be cooler than the heavens as well, unless it's a volcano, of course. That's the yang and the yin. So we want to kind of get those qualities into our whole body energy field. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for. And where we're going to start is at the famous kidney 1, because that's the rooting point into the yin of the body. So I'm going to start off the session today straight away with kidney 1. Get the chair in position and go straight in here. So here we go. What we want to do is open up the sole of the foot. I'm going to just open up using my hands here, opening out the feet. While we're doing that, you can also run your thumbs along these gaps between the bones here. These are the yang channels that go down the leg. So we're opening up those yang channels, as well as starting to activate kidney 1. Okay, good. I'm going to start doing some going now. You notice that if you put your foot like this, it opens up the kidney channel in the leg. We can just tap that sole of the foot. There we go. Breaking it. Okay, now in a minute we're going to do some shaking, but we're going to do it in a slightly different way. Shaking tends to be a more yang technique. But what we're going to do is we're going to combine it with nurturing the yin, so the yin kind of stabilizes the release. I'll show you what I mean in a minute, but let's get this kidney 1 really activated. Okay, brilliant. Stop back on. And we'll do the other foot. So opening up kidney 1, don't forget it's 1/3 of the distance down the midline of the foot, so it's right here. We can just put our fingers up. What I'm doing is I'm putting 2 fingers in here, opening out this way, and opening up, stretching out those yang channels on the top of the foot as well. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, kidney 1 activated. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to put the strap back on and stand up again. Let's just tune into that kidney 1 effect there. So that kidney 1 effect is basically this: we're standing, opening up, we bring our attention into kidney 1, and we extend our awareness right the way down through kidney 1, like a root that goes right down into the earth. Okay? And by doing that, that gives us a much stronger sense into the earth. It's a real Qi Gong thing, this. It's a connection into the earth, and that will bring kind of feeling of calmness and stability into the whole body. Okay? What I think we'll do this week is we'll go back and just keep renewing that as we do the other techniques. Okay, so what we do now is we're going to do a little bit of shaking. We're going to get rid of any superficial tension in the yang channels. But let's keep that energy connection with the earth as we do it. And what I mean by that is, instead of just active shaking like this, we're going to keep our energy down into kidney 1, keep it really stable, so that when we're shaking, we have that feeling of connection in the earth. And we're kind of discharging and releasing any tension down into the earth. But let's start off by releasing our jaw, keeping that relaxed. We're relaxing shoulders. Opening up the joints in the shoulders. Very good. And then down into the elbows, keeping that attention in kidney 1. Down into the wrists. into the fingertips and out, down through the fingers. Okay, keeping our attention on kidney 1, keeping that feeling of being grounded. We're going to shake down now through the chest and down into the diaphragm. So we're going to shake out the diaphragm, releasing the diaphragm. Very good. Okay, and now we're going to go down from the diaphragm down into the lower part of the body, around the abdomen and the lower, down into the hips and the pelvis. We're going to shake any tension there, just jiggling and moving the internal organs, keeping that connection with kidney 1 there. Excellent. Okay. So you get the idea, you see, instead of just focusing on the releasing like this, we bring the energy down into the earth, we're earthing it down, and that kind of connects, it kind of supports the release. And that's the relationship between yin and yang. It's the stabilizing foundation of releasing. And we can go into more detail now by building up from the lower burner upwards, encouraging that kind of yin connection. Okay, so let's start off now. We've stimulated kidney 1. We've got that feeling through the whole body from kidney 1. We've released any superficial tension connecting with kidney 1. So now let's work upwards. We're going to first of all bring our energy down into the dantian, down into this CV4, CV6 area. We're going to root that, and then we'll connect that with the kidney energy. And that will strengthen that feeling of stability and calmness and quality of yin. So let's do that. We're just going to rub our hands together. We're placing our hands over just below the navel here. Opening up kidney 1 again. We're floating our head up, relaxing the jaw, opening up the shoulders. Okay, so let's take some nice, easy breaths, lower abdominal breaths. Imagine energy or light or energy coming in with the breath, and we're going to bring it just underneath our hands and extend it as far as we can into the lower back here. Okay. Okay, breathing in. Okay, we're holding it, relaxing, connecting with the earth. Breathing out. And we're keeping that energy, imagine that energy settling and filling up the lower part of the abdomen here. Breathing in. Breathing in. Okay, very good. So now we're going to do some internal work, connecting the lower abdomen, the lower hara, with kidney 1. Okay, ready? We're going to do it by directing our intention. So we're going to bring the breath in, as we did before. Okay, now this time we're going to breathe out. We're going to imagine the Qi or the energy or our awareness going down the legs through kidney 1 and then deep as we can into the earth. Okay, excellent. Okay, and then we're going to breathe in again. Bringing the Qi in or the breath in from above. Breathe out. Send the awareness down through kidney 1. into the earth. Okay, very good. One more, breathing in. Breathing out. Send the awareness strongly down through kidney 1, right down to the center of the earth. Okay, got it? Right, so now try lifting your leg up. I can't actually move my legs now, they're completely stuck to the earth. It's like they've been nailed right down through, a root goes all the way down through kidney 1. And that's what we want, that feeling of real solidity and connection down there. Okay, excellent. So we just do a little bit of tapping. We're going to open up kidney 1 into the dantian, and then we'll activate this a little bit more. So again, just nice, gently leaning forwards. If you can, just bend your knees a bit. Reach kidney 3 just behind the ankle. I'm just going to tap gently up the kidney channel, which is at the inside back of the legs, and that comes up here into kidney 11, which is right on the top of the pubic bone here. And then we can come round onto the hips and buttocks, and we go down the bladder channel just to make a circuit, water element circuit, down into the ankles. Okay, back up this way, nice and easy. Okay, down, and then we go into kidney 11, round, and down. There we go, and then up one more time. And then we're back into here, back into the lower burner again. So again, just feeling that tingling feeling going up from kidney 1 through kidney 3 up into the dantian, keeping those feet open, keeping that rooted feeling into the earth. And now we're just going to activate the dantian by just gentle circling, keeping kidney 1 open, relaxing the hips. Very good. Okay, very good. A bit of a shake. So now we can just activate bladder 23, which is the point at the back. If you can bring your hands back like this comfortably, I'm just going to activate that point. If it's too much for you, if you've got stiffness in the shoulders, it's too much for you, just keep going with this and project the energy through into the lower back, okay? While we're doing this though, we're keeping that rootedness into the earth. Brilliant, okay. Excellent. Okay, so now that's the lower burner, nice and solid. That connects directly with the kidney energy, directly with the earth, and it's like the foundation of the 3 burners. So now let's think about how we can get this middle burner to chill out using yin energy, okay? We've got a couple of ways we can do that. One of the ways is to get this kind of yin feeling into the liver. And the liver meridian, as we know, is the one that's connected with turning the body, with keeping all the joints nice and loose and relaxed, okay? So what we're going to do this time is we're going to do this twisting exercise. We're going to emphasize the joint opening up, and we're going to imagine again that the yin energy is coming up from the earth, and the kind of solidity and coolness here is holding this and allowing this to release, a bit like when we did the shaking. Okay? And so if we can do that, we're going to keep it nice and easy. Head is floating up, sacrum relaxed down. We're going to imagine this nice solid feeling extending now up into the middle burner. We're going to do it very nice and easy, keeping that attention down into the kidney 1, providing that bubbling spring of cool yin energy from the earth. Okay, so nice and easy. I'm keeping my hips more or less straight. That gives them more of a twist in the body like this. And we can start looking around the direction that we're turning. Very good. Okay, and then slowly come back to the center. Okay, now we can use the liver and gallbladder meridians to help that flowing movement in the middle burner. We can use the liver meridian to bring more yin and energy up from the earth. And that's because a lot of the points on the liver channel are used to tonify the liver yin and the liver blood. So they kind of help that sort of flexibility in the upper body. And that yin energy comes from, you guessed it, down there in the earth. So let's channel that earth feeling up the liver channel, and then what we'll do is release and go down the gallbladder channel, okay, as a little circuit. So again, if you can do this, if you can relax forwards and get in touch with the liver meridian. We've got liver 3 right between this first and second toes there. This whole area there is related to the liver, and it comes up inside of the legs, just behind this adductor muscle here. So it's just on the inside of the legs, and it comes up this way and connects up into the middle burner and the diaphragm. Okay, so that's our yin energy we're bringing up into cooling and moving, and lubricating, as it were, this middle burner. If we've got any energy that we want to get rid of down the legs, we can use the gallbladder channel for that, because it's really more on the yang side of the body. So we go into the hips, down the outside of the legs. So for example, this point here, just at the outside of the knees, used to release tendons. And then we go down the second little toe and then off. Okay, so we've got that yin and that yang movement. Let's do it a couple more times. Coming up the liver channel, into the middle burner, tapping, and then round into the hips, down the gallbladder channel, gallbladder 34, and then down to the foot again. Okay, one more, up, round, and down. And there we go. How about that? Okay, now just check into that feeling now. And what you're feeling is kind of like a tingling feeling around here. And that's the sort of movement of any stagnation in the middle burner. But if we switch our attention into the inside of the legs and the yin part of the body, you'll feel that foundation coming up and feeling like a kind of solid, calm core of the body all the way up here. Okay, so that's the connection between the liver and the lower burner. Okay, and so with just one more set of meridians, that'd be really nice to work, and that's the stomach and the spleen. And the stomach and the spleen meridians, they start again in the abdomen and go down into the feet in a similar way that the liver does. So let's just try that out. We've got, again, the spleen channel is the yin channel, and the stomach channel is the yang channel. So we start off here, again in the middle burner. We can just tap down the stomach channel. And this is a good way, again, of getting any yang energy down and out of the body. Maybe you've got too much energy in the head still. And go down through the stomach meridian here. And then up the spleen channel. This is the yin channel that nurtures, again, the other part of the middle burner up into the center of the body. All right? So we're going to go down the stomach. And spleen. Down the outside part of the legs. to the inside. And that completes all of the channels on the classical channels that we have on the legs. Okay. Oh, I managed to move my feet. Just shaking out my feet a bit. Tuning in again. Let's just tune in again. Get that kidney one open. Feel that connection with the earth. Nice and relaxed. Feel the relaxation in the middle burner and the lower burner. Okay, and then we go into the upper burner. Okay, now there's two really important ways that the upper burner connect with kidney one and the kidney channel in general, and that's through the connection with the lower burner and the heart and the lungs. Okay, so we can explore that directly by connecting. Let's work on the lungs first of all. What we're going to do is we're going to take a breath in, but we're going to keep our awareness down in the lower dantian and in kidney one. We'll just get an idea of how that feels. So opening up kidney one again, feeling nice and solid on the earth, feeling connected down here. Floating the head up. And now we're going to take a deep breath in. Going up into lung stretch, breathing in. Okay, and breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, now notice as we breathe in, we keep that connection with the dantian and with the earth. And that feeling is the kidney energy grasping the lung chi. And if that isn't there, then we tend to breathe really high in the body, which is kind of like a stress breathing pattern. Bring our energy down into kidney one and down into the lower dantian. Bring our awareness there. Connecting the breath gives us a deep, calming, and again, more yinifying kind of breath that calms the whole body. Okay, so let's just do it a couple more times, breathing in. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, excellent. Here we go. Shaking out. Relaxing. To the legs. Okay, very good. So let's just do a little bit of tapping now on lung one, down to the lung channel, just to get that breathing function going. But while we're doing that, we're going to keep kidney one open, keep the awareness down here. So a bit of tapping here. Lung one, which is right in this area here, just in the front of the shoulder. And get down into the elbow, into the thumb, and then up and down. Yeah? Okay, and keeping my attention down into the lower dantian, letting the breath go really deeply down. Excellent. Brushing off. The other side, lung. And last intestine, that's up this side, from this finger this way. So now we've got the lungs bringing in the chi, being anchored down in the lower dantian by the lower burner. Let's just check in and just feel that sensation. Okay, excellent. Okay, so now we've just got the heart and the heart protector area and the upper burner to connect with the lower dantian and down with kidney 1. Okay? There's a very important connection between the lower burner and the middle burner through the heart and the kidneys. So let's just open up the heart protector channel and the heart channel and see how that feels. We're looking at opening and softening this part of the chest with these stretches. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to open up the heart channel. This is one of my favorite stretches. We can do it in various different ways, but placing our hands in the prayer position, coming up like this, breathing in and breathing out, opening the armpits and stretching backwards like this. It's a really good way of opening up heart 1, which is in the armpit here. Then just 3 breaths, softening and opening the chest up. There we go. Okay, so let's just do some internal connection here with the kidney and heart connection. We do that by holding the dantian here and placing a hand on CD17. We'll do that. And we're going to breathe in. See how smoothly we can bring the breath through the heart center down into the lower dantian. Okay, and then we breathe out, relax, and imagine a connection between the 2 hands. So we're almost bringing that kind of yin calmness we've got here into the upper burner, especially into the heart and the heart protector channel through this point. Let's do that a couple more times and then we do some going. Just breathing in. Keep the awareness down there on kidney 1 as well, just to ground the whole thing down. Breathing in. And breathing out, connecting. Okay, awesome. Okay, brilliant. Okay, that's a really good connection, a really good thing to encourage, especially if you start getting a bit panicky, a bit nervous about anything, and you feel your heart starting to feel a bit uncomfortable. It's tempting to just go straight for the upper burner, but a much better way to do it is to connect with the earth, nourish the yin, control the breathing, relax the breathing, and then finally you'll find it really easy to calm the upper burner there. Okay, so now we can just open the channels out, get them zinging a bit by doing a little bit of going. So let's just work on the heart protector channel, which is the pericardium channel, right down the middle of the inside of the arm. It goes right down into this finger here. Okay, so we're going to tap down. And then just to make a circuit, we can come up this outside flat of the arm, which is the triple heater channel. And that goes onto the shoulder here. And goes round again onto this chest here. This is where the heart protector channel is. Or the pericardium channel is formed. Sometimes we go down here. Okay, so we go up here again and round. Okay, and then brushing up. Brilliant. And then here. There we go, round and then brushing up. Okay, excellent. So just try and check out this stretch again now. Again, connecting the kidney one. Bringing the breath nice and easily down into the lower dantian. Now you notice that that doing is starting to make this area feel tingling and more open and alive. Open and alive. So let's just do the stretch again, keeping the awareness down there in the lower, in the feet. Breathing in, breathing out. How about that? What a lovely kind of calm, opening feeling we've got there. Excellent. Okay, and breathing in, and breathing out. Brilliant. Okay, one more. Okay, very good. So let's just try some points now. I'm going to try using heart 7 to calm the mind and to open up the burn and relax the heart. And heart 7 is right here. It's the major point in the body to calm the mind. It's used for insomnia, particularly, and for anxiety and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold that point and we're going to connect that sensation of the point with the upper burner to start with, and then we'll connect down into kidney 1 to ground, to connect the heart channel with the yin of the kidneys. Okay, so standing, relaxing, holding heart 7. Sometimes I hold it like this, with my thumb on the point, it's right here, and I kind of grasp my hand like that. That's quite a nice way to hold it. And the rest of it is visualizing a connection through from that point up the arm and into the armpit. Very nice. Okay. And the other side, holding it. Part 7. Connect that into the chest, just using your imagination. Okay, now that kind of calming feeling that we're getting there in the upper burner, that's an important feeling, important because it's, again, tonifying the heart yin and the heart blood, which is a way that we can, with points and with the breathing, we can get that kind of calm feeling in the upper burner. Okay, excellent. So now let's see what we've got. We've got kidney 1 connected. We've got that feeling of being really, really rooted into the earth. We've got a nice energized but relaxed lower burner. This is all nicely opened as well, the middle burner. We've got this lovely calmness and tingling feeling in the upper burner. We've also made a nice connection here between the heart and the kidneys. This is a really important connection between kidney 1, lower burner, and the upper burner. And it's this feeling of the yin energy from the earth that we can bring into the upper burner, and that keeps us completely, as much as possible, calm in any circumstances. Okay, excellent. So now what we're going to do is just make sure that we've got no lingering bits of tension in any of the yang channels, shake them out, and it will be completely finished and balanced up. So yeah, we've got like 10 to 15 minutes to do that. So let's start off using points that we already know. Bladder, we've got bladder 1 just here between the right here. Just give you a close up. I'll come down here and do it with you. Yeah, so we've got this point here, that will be bladder 1. Okay. And we can tap over the top of the head. And then down to the celestial pillar point. Remember that bladder 10, and then down the neck. Let's do that 3 times. Okay, brilliant. And now we've got the channels on the side of the head. This is the triple heater and the gallbladder channels. They're very good for relaxing the eyes. So maybe you should wipe the eyes, say 3 times. And then tapping down sides of the head. Just like that, that's really nice. And then squeezing. So where I'm squeezing now, just to show you where I'm squeezing. At the back of the neck here, this is bladder 10 here, we've got gallbladder 20 there. Very important points for relaxing the neck and just basically moving any yang energy from the head. So that's any keyboard activity, too much activity in the head, and we're kind of down and out this way. It's going to be so much easier now that we've really nurtured the yin in the body. It's just a case of just clearing out these channels here. Just going to pull the ears. Ears, by the way, related to the kidneys in Chinese medicine. And then we've got the front of the SCM muscle. This is the stomach and the spleen channels. We're just squeezing them down there. Okay, and that all comes down and kind of collects to this meeting point of the yang, which is around the top of the thoracic vertebrae. And that's a really important place to release. So we're just going to do a little bit of exercises on that, bringing in the yin energy from kidney 1. So let's do that. So the yang channels run all the way down through the sides of the head, and they kind of collect right around here before they branch off and go down the arms and down the legs. So this area here is a really important place to release. So let's just do some tapping first of all. We're going to go down. I'm just going to, if you can reach here, just tapping around the top of the thoracic vertebrae, either with loose fists or fingertips. Okay, and then what we can do is we can squeeze and release it. Okay, but we're going to use the yin energy from the earth to stabilize that. So let's open up kidney 1 again, get that nice rooted feeling, feel that yin quality through the center of the body, and then we're going to lean forwards like this, and we're going to squeeze up into T1 like this, squeeze up, and then release, and release down the arms. Okay, squeezing up and releasing. Nice and easy. Okay, brilliant. And now we can just brush off down the arms. Brush off down the head. And that brings us then to the back. So we're going to just tap as low down as we can on the back and then pick it up as high up as we can by moving the hands like this. And then down. There we go. Yeah. Just releasing the back like this. And just brushing off down the back down there. Oh, marvelous. Okay, so let's just see what kind of placement we've got now. We should have a nice placement of the head. We can start putting it all together with some breathing. So let's see. Checking in. We've got kidney 1 connected to the earth. Got the lower burner nice and connected through the legs. So relaxing those hips, relaxing the knees. Relaxing the middle burner, feeling the connection between the yin of the lower burner and the middle burner. Nicely. We've got that nice tingling and open feeling in the upper burner, nice and calmly connected with the lower burner. Okay, and now we've released the yang channels down the body. Past this yang meeting point, down through the arms, and then down the back, all the way down to the feet. Very good. Okay, so now we should be able to feel a really strong connection of release in the whole body combined with a strong yin connection into the earth. So wriggling the feet a bit. opening up the toes, opening up kidney 1 and connecting down into the earth. Okay, excellent. Now ready for a slightly more advanced breathing exercise where we actually bring the yin energy from the earth up through the feet from kidney 1, place it into the lower dantian, and then we send our energy down into the roots of the earth. All the while we're keeping the head floating up to keep that connection with the yang energy above us. Want to try it? Okay, we should be ready for this by now. So let's try it. We're going to place our hands on the lower dantian, open up that kidney 1, and now what we're going to do is visualize down as far as we can into the earth and imagine the coolness of the earth. We're going to use that visualization to imagine cool earth energy coming up through our root there into the center of our body, into the dantian. Okay, we do that on the in breath. We imagine it drawing up, and then we out breath. We send our roots down through kidney 1 and into the earth. Let's go. Okay, so here we go. Opening up kidney 1, breathing in, and as we breathe in, we imagine that energy coming up from the earth, drawing it up into the lower dantian. Hold it for a second, and then as we breathe out, we send the energy down through the legs, through the feet, and into the earth. Breathing in, drawing it up, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Bringing energy up from the earth, holding it, sending the roots down. Breathing up, sending down. Okay, now you see how calm that makes the whole body, and you'll feel it even in the mind. You'll feel the whole mind relaxing, upper, middle bone are really relaxing, and that's the power of yin. That's the power of connecting with the earth. Okay, so let's integrate that with the yang energy using the alignment and using this breathing exercise that we use at the end just to bring everything together. So we're going to just do that heaven and earth breathing. We've just got 5 minutes left to do that. That's perfect. Okay, so here we go. Going to connect with the earth, and now we're going to switch to releasing the base of the cranium, bringing that, floating that head upwards. Relaxing the hips, breathing in and breathing out. Like that. That's the external movement. So now we're going to tune into the internal movement, and we're going to connect with the earth and with the heavens. We've got that really solid connection now down into the earth. And we're going to sink in, really enjoy the feeling of the earth, breathing in, and then switch the top of the head, feel the connection with the heavens, relaxing that bladder 10 point and the base of the cranium, and floating up. And that brings the yang lightness into the energy, our energy. Okay, so let's keep going, breathing in, sinking down, connecting with the earth, breathing out, floating up. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Floating up. Okay, so making our whole body heavy and feeling it connecting down through kidney 1 into the center of the earth. Breathing in And then switching to lightness in the body, floating up, feeling that lightness. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Okay, very good. Okay, let's just stand and really enjoy that feeling now, and just check in to see how much more connected to the earth we feel now than we did just 1 hour ago. Okay. Checking out the connection with the earth, checking out the strength of the lower abdomen and the lower burner, the nice released feeling in the middle burner, that's open and relaxed feeling in the upper burner. Nice easy breaths going down, naturally down into the belly. And then finally, that feeling of opening and relaxation in the yang channels all the way through that yang meeting point. Okay, so there we go. That's our Kidney 1 special, all based around developing the yin energy in the body. Okay, great. So I don't know if there are any questions or anything. It looks like Basti's covered everything. So thank you very much. There we are. Thank you very much. That was so amazing to actually watch myself do the class. I really enjoyed it. I can see why you like to come every week now. It's great to see it from the other side.
Wasn't that lovely?
Yeah, thank you, Dinah.
And perfect, Cliff, for this hot, crazy,
I know,
yang time to have
exactly. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, I think you made that comment last week that the Wednesday class is adapting and it's changing depending on the environment and what we need and everything. Claire says, how do I sign up for further sessions? You don't need to sign up. If you're here, you'll get a reminder every single week. It's a continuous series. We've done it for over 2 years now. I think we're up to nearly 150 Wednesday classes. So yeah, you don't need to sign up again. You'll be, unless you leave, you'll be here all the time. Yeah. So, okay, great.
Also, Claire, you can get recordings of earlier ones. Like this was a recording from last week, but the whole series are recorded. You can find them.
Yeah, and you'll get the replay link every week as well through your email. Okay, we must go. It's 11 o'clock. And yeah, Kat's doing the Wednesday class next week, so look out for that. It'll be really good, I'm sure. And then I'll be back the week after. So have a great week. Have a great chilled out.
Thank you.
Kidney 1
Cliff.
Week. Thank you, Dinah.
Okay.
I'm going to finish up the session. Just put a heart in the chat, I think. Let's just do that. There we are. Okay. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.